On the record, in the matter of Betty Fry versus MLK Automotive LLC, file number 22-02514 GC. Appearance for record.
Thank you. Good morning, Attorney Barnett Levine on behalf of MLK Automotive.
Are you Betty Fry? Okay. Do you have an attorney representing you today?
No, I don't.
Okay. Today was the date set for a jury trial. When I left here yesterday, I had not received jury instructions from either parties.
Actually, Your Honor, from this end, I believe we sent it before. It was just the format that seemed like an issue of the court, but it was sent several weeks of the jury instructions. I essentially copied and pasted them and put them in three attached documents in an email over a month ago, 2 months ago.
Okay, did you submit jury instructions, ma'am?
No, Your Honor, I didn't. I came in here last Wednesday to bring you the paperwork I needed to and delivered his. And when your court officer came out, I asked him if there was anything I had to do as far as jury, because I didn't understand it. He said, no, just show up to the court date.
Okay. Well, you're the one who requested the jury trial, or did you demand it?
I did.
Okay, well, then you're required to know how to run a jury trial. Do you know how to pick a jury?
No, I don't, because I've never had to take anybody to court.
Okay, do you know the rules of evidence?
Yes.
Okay, what is the rule for relevance?
For evidence,
Yes.
I would take any paperwork, pictures, or something that you can bring in to prove your case.
No, I said, what is the rule for relevance? If you know the court rule, what number is it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just told me you do know the rules of evidence, no?
You're saying the rules of evidence. To me, it's coming, do I have proof of what
No,
I
there's a Michigan rule of evidence book. Have you read it?
No, I haven't.
So how do you know the rules of evidence?
I don't. I'm telling you what I thought it is.
Okay, well,
It's never been explained to me.
Okay, you're the one who brought the jury trial. So the only person who's gonna explain it to you is yourself if you're not hiring an attorney. There's no one else that's gonna teach you the rules of evidence and teach you how to pull a jury of voir dire. Do you know what voir dire is?
No, I don't.
That's what's supposed to happen in about an hour. And you don't know how to do it. And you didn't bring any jury instructions, and he submitted on behalf of, is your client here?
He is now. He just walked in here. He's in the back.
Okay, they've submitted jury instructions, but they're defending the case. You're bringing the case, so you had a responsibility to send jury instructions so that we could come up with one set of jury instructions. You provided nothing.
Right, because I didn't understand it. Why would have?
Okay, did you exchange evidence before today?
Yes.
She did. She
I delivered them to his
absolutely.
home.
She physically came over to the house, and that was fine.
Okay, so you, and you don't have any evidence to exchange with her?
No.
And you have your witnesses, you said?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I don't know that you're prepared to have a jury trial, ma'am. You can have a non-jury trial, but you'd have to waive the jury aspect. I don't run circuses in the courtroom. If you don't know how to pick a jury, if you don't know the rules of evidence, it is grossly confusing to a jury. And it really just makes a mockery of the courtroom if you don't know how to properly do that. And when you decided that you were going to run a jury and we had a final pretrial, you were advised that you were going to have to know how to run the jury trial. This is your request was for a jury trial.
And I'm not trying to run a circus here. I'm just trying to bring what I had for evidence I thought was good enough. And I thought what I'm doing is the right thing to do.
I understand that you believe you have a plausible claim, but you want this resolved via a jury trial. And that's a specific set of rules. And you're not familiar with any of them. You don't even know how to select a jury.
Right.
So who would you expect to do it for you?
Well, I guess if nothing else, then what if I decide a non-jury trial, then I have to make another date?
No, you don't have it today.
Then we'll do non-jury.
Okay. And you have all your witnesses here as well? Okay, and the parties have already discussed and there's no possibility of resolution, correct?
There was up to like a few days ago. I can visit the matter, but I don't think it.
Okay, if you want to do that, and I'll clear the rest of the people out of the courtroom and then we'll start your non-jury trial. Okay, sounds good. Which matter are you here on, sir?
Arm Bureau, Your Honor.
What's your name, Dana?
Huh?
So that's weird. Oh, okay. It looks like the defendant on your matter called the clerk's office Their mom is in critical condition at U of M, so they weren't able to make it today. Okay, we're gonna reset the pre-trial because it sounds like she has a family emergency.
If I could, I didn't receive a call to let me know I had to drive 80 miles to get here. I understand medical issues. I have actually prepared two things, actually three things. One is a joint pretrial statement where I've included everything from my end. And I'm happy to send that to her so she can contribute to it.
You said a joint pretrial statement. I don't know if I have that.
I have it here today, Judge.
Plaintiff's orders to stipulate to entry of judgment. I do see that.
Just filed that this morning.
Okay.
I have also, you denied my motion last week. I have an order commemorating that. If the court would be willing to sign that, I can at least get that taken care of today. And I also prepared last evening a joint pretrial statement that includes all of the items that the court has requested be addressed. I have completed my portion of it. And I'm happy to send a copy to Ms. Mitchell, and since she's not here, so that she can complete the portion that's relating to her.
Okay.
I would request if we could, when the new pretrial set it, that we be able to do it by. They're cutting through the chase on.
I think why was this in person? I thought it was only for her to appear in person. I don't know that.
No, I actually, yesterday's mail, I received a notice to be here today. So I think what happened, Judge, is we appeared via Zoom last week. When I was placed in the breakout room, my communication, my video was cut off. And I called the court immediately to let them know that, and they said that it would be set for an in-person. So I would certainly appreciate if we could do it by Zoom. I'm here today anticipating that, she would be here and we could complete it, but I've done everything I can do.
I can imagine, and you have your paperwork with you, so we can get a copy of that for our file.
Absolutely.
And that way, if she appears via Zoom and if there are technical issues, we already have your portion.
Thank you, Judge. You want me, I might as well sign and date it for today. Thank you. I'd be happy to send that in the mail today with a proof of service. I'll file with the court.
Okay, sounds good. And you've already sent her the stipulated entry of judgment, or is that going out as well?
Actually, the proof of service says that it was being hand delivered, anticipated she's being here.
Okay.
So if you want me to correct that, I can.
Yes, but and just let us know how she was served.
I'll serve her by mail as well.
So I'll note here, you'll file a new proof of service as to the entry of judgment.
I will. And will the court send out a new notice for the?
I'll give you the date right now.
July 18th at 2:30.
July 18th at 2:30 work date. And that'll be via Zoom.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Sounds like you're in for an interesting trial in a few
It'll be
minutes.
great. We'll give you a notice to appear.
The order I want to give you. I can send that to her as well.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll send it to her. So
Okay, thank you. And then that's all we have on this matter for today, correct?
That is, Judge, one thing I want to mention, I don't know if it's necessary to do. I looked at the complaint in this case. I believe the date of loss is indicated as December 11th of 21. The police report that we finally got says the date of loss is December 12th of 21. If the court wants me to, I can simply file an amended complaint to reflect that one change.
That works, if you can file that.
Thank you,
And I'll
Judge.
grant that. Okay, sounds good, no problem.
Have a wonderful day.
Same to you.
Enjoyable trial.
Thank you. Okay, I see. On the record in the matter of LVNV Funding LLC versus Marie Maldonado, file number 09-000085GC, council appearance.
Sarah Bailey, P73071 on behalf of the plaintiff this morning.
Okay, and I see Marie Maldonado, husband, is that correct?
You have to unmute Ms. Maldonado.
Yep, that's me.
Today was the date and the time that was set for a motion for an objection actually to installment payment order. Ms. Maldonado, husband, you filed a motion for installment payments proposing a payment of $50 bi-weekly. And there was an objection, I think, filed by the plaintiff. Did you all meet privately already and come to a resolution on this?
We did meet in a breakout room, Your Honor, but we did not come to a resolution.
Okay, and so Ms. Maldonado, you indicate that you pay $700 a month in rent, you have food in the amount of $281 a month, your utilities are about $250, trash bill, childcare, and phone. And that your average bi-weekly income is $1,200. Is that correct?
Yep,
Is that after taxes?
yes.
So what you're indicating is that after you paid your bills, you have about $244, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have
And it
proof?
doesn't even include the gas for my job.
I recognize that. You have some pay stubs that you can submit?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason why LV&V is objecting to her proposed order is because she's been garnished before, is that accurate?
Yes, Your Honor, there is an active garnishment in place. We've gotten about $200 bi-weekly. Additionally, this is a 14-year, the judgment's been in place for about 14 years now, and the payment plan she's proposing is gonna take another 2.5 years. So my client would rather the garnishment stay in place.
Okay. All right, well, if they waited 14 years, I guess another 2.5 won't hurt them. I don't see how she can manage if what she's indicating to the court is that she is only making a total monthly of $2,400, or bringing home that much at least. It sounds like what's being garnished leaves her with less than $50 a month to live off of, and God forbid something happens, how she's supposed to deal with that. With that being stated, I'm going to grant her motion for installment payment order. She'll be ordered to pay $50 every 2 weeks. The writ of garnishment will discontinue and will be held unless you don't follow through with your request for installment payment order, then this could be set aside. Do you understand that, Ms. Maldonado?
Yes. And then that means I write her a money order every month and send it to somebody. Is that how that works?
That's one of the options. You can send a check or a money order to my office. Additionally, we have options to pay online or by phone with a debit card or a check. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact my office, and my collection department can take you through the process.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for today, Ms. Maldonado?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, I've signed the order and you're all set. Thank you.
Your Honor, when are the payments gonna start?
She's supposed to make her, well, this is an old order, starting July 1st, 2023.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's indicated here on the order.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
On the record in the matter of Benjamin Levine versus Rebecca Smith, file number 22-02318. Council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor, Corey Carpenter on behalf of plaintiff.
Okay, and I do see Rebecca Smith's present without counsel, correct, Ms. Smith?
That's correct.
Okay, did the parties conduct their debtor's examination already?
No, Your Honor, I'm still waiting for some documents from Ms. Smith. This is actually the second time we've been here. We adjourned previously to allow her some time, and she claims that she's in the process of retaining a legal aid attorney. I'm willing to give her one more chance. I think that's fair under the circumstances. We just asked for one last date to try to wrap this up.
Okay. Who have you spoken with over at Legal Services, Ms. Smith?
Am I muted? Okay, so I've called into the 1-800, not the 1-800, I called into the hotline and waited like the 2 hours to speak to the first attorney. What they told me the process would be was as soon as I get a new court date and time, I'm supposed to call back in, and that's when they will assign me an attorney.
Okay, so you've done an intake?
Yes.
But you've
And
not
I had to
spoken
go.
with,
I'm sorry, what?
but you've not spoken with any, or you've not been assigned an attorney yet, correct?
That's correct. When she and I spoke, she said we didn't have enough time to get an attorney involved with this court date.
Okay. We'll reset it.
And I really do appreciate it.
July 11th at 2.
July 11th at 2 p.m.
That will be fine with me, Your Honor.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. Any additional matters for the record today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day, Your Honor.
Well, let's share.
Thank you. On the record in the matter of PCA acquisitions versus Jeffrey Kenny, file number 23-00309 GC, counsel appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Dawn Blair on behalf of the plaintiff, P62601.
Good morning, Your Honor. Diana Sagararis on behalf of the defendant, P32106.
Today's the date and the time that was set for a hearing on a motion for summary disposition. We did receive plaintiff's motion for summary disposition. However, I don't see a response from the defendant.
I don't have a response from the defendant either, Your Honor.
Counsel, did you want to address that?
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. Seem to be having a little reception difficulties. Could you please repeat the question?
The plaintiff filed a motion for summary disposition back on June 5th, 2023. Did you receive a copy of that?
I certainly did receive a copy of that, and we did in fact respond. It was sent out. I don't have the form in front. It was sent out last week.
Neither the court nor the plaintiff received any response.
Oh. According to my letter, I don't have the tracking number in front of me from the post office because those are always sent with the tracking. But according to this was sent last Monday. That would have been the 21st, 22nd.
Did you file a proof of service with the court?
Pardon?
Have you filed it with the court in a proof of service?
It was filed with the court with the proof and it was sent to opposing counsel, and there was a proof of service on both documents.
How did you file it with the court?
U.S. mail.
Okay, well, we've not received it, so I couldn't possibly have reviewed it. So we're going to reset this. You need to file it again because I'm sure it's not tied up.
Yes, I certainly I can fax it over to Dawn, but the court I can either fax, or I will overnight it.
July 18th.
Since July 18th at 2 work, to 2 or 10? At 2 work for a reset.
July 18th at 2, you said, Your Honor?
That's correct.
Yes, that works for me.
8:30?
2 p.m.
2. Okay.
Okay, any additional matters for the record today?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further from defendant. Thank you.
Thank you. Angela Trippy, which matter are you here for?
Good morning, Your Honor. I apologize. I believe I have the wrong Zoom link. I'm looking actually for Judge Buchanan's Zoom information.
Okay, her Zoom ID is 862
862
675
675.
5554.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I apologize for the inconvenience.
No problem. No problem. We're on the record in the matter of LVNV Funding LLC versus James Burton. File number is 23-01061. Counsel appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lynn Olivier, appearing on behalf of plaintiff.
And I don't see a James Burton or anyone here on behalf of Mr. Burton. Today was the date and time set for a pre-trial. The matter was scheduled for 8:30. It's currently 9:16. Counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Plaintiff requests the entry of a default as to the defendant and the entry of a default judgment for plaintiff and against defendant as prayed for in plaintiff's complaint, that being damages of $3,029.15. Court costs totaling $104.93, statutory attorney fee of $75 for a total judgment amount of $3,209.08.
A motion for default judgment will enter. You can provide us an order under the 7-day rule.
Very well.
That's fine. Thank you. Any additional matters for the record?
Not today. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You as well.
You can come back. We're back on the record in the matter of Betty Fry versus MLK Automotive and file number 22-02514 GC. Counsel appearance again.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Attorney Bernard Levine on behalf of MLK Automotive, Daramaki. He's standing on our.
Thank you. And state your name for the record.
Betty Fry?
Okay, and Betty Fry is proceeding today without counsel. The parties are prepared to proceed at this time. Okay. Any preliminary matters?
None from us.
Okay, you can call your first witness.
Okay, I'll call my brother, Jerry Fry.
Come around this one. You'll come up to here. When you get there, just stop and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? Okay, you can have a seat there, sir. There's a microphone that's in front of you and the lady behind you is my court recorder. So she has to take down everything being stated in the court. It sounds like your voice is a little low and then these glass things probably block the sound as well as the fan that we're running. So if you could speak a little louder, then that would be helpful, okay?
All right.
And then also, we can't do head nods, head shakes, people commonly do that, but we need verbal responses that could be articulated into the record, okay? If there's an objection made by the attorney or by the plaintiff, you would stop giving your response. I'll make a ruling on that objection and then I'll tell you if you can give that answer or not, okay? Okay, do you understand what I said? Do you want me to repeat it? Because you looked at me. Okay, please state your first and last name and spell both of them.
Harry Fry, HARRY,
You can proceed, counsel. I'm sorry, you can proceed, ma'am. That's fine. Your question.
Stand up when I question or-
You're gonna stand up and
Okay.
question.
All right, I brought my brother Harry Fry here today as my, one of my witnesses. He went with me to MLC, or Northside Motors LLC Automotive in March, and.
Are you questioning him? You have to ask, you have to, because you're giving testimony right now, you need to get what you want out of him through forms of questions.
Okay, okay, Harry, do you remember going with me to the car lot to purchase a 2012 Equinox?
Yes, I do.
Okay, when we got there, to check it out, first did we go for a test drive?
Yes, we did.
After we had the test drive, did we go back into his shop?
Yes, we did.
Once we got in there, did we not discuss he wanted 6,500, but he would go as low as 6,000? Because
Yes,
we
he
had
did.
cash?
Yes.
Okay, and once we were there making the paperwork, while we were still talking it over, did we sign the title and then I asked for a receipt because he didn't give me one.
Right, correct.
And so he tore a piece of yellow paper off the tablet and wrote his name and the date on it.
Yes, that was the receipt.
And also while we were in there, I felt a little under duress. I don't know about you, but do you remember the pit bulls coming at us while we were sitting at his desk?
It was a very eerie place to be in to buy a car. Yes, it was.
And did we only go there because it was on Marketplace as a low mileage,
Yes,
well-inspected Equinox?
yes.
And did you not count out $6,000 and $100 bills to him?
To be honest, my recollection is when I went to the bank, got my money, I took $6,800, counted it out to that gentleman 3 times. Not 6,000, 6,800, what I took out of my bank to pay this gentleman. And I counted 3 times, then he counted it once. I know what I took out, I got proof. From my bank, what I took out and gave to that gentleman because you wanted that vehicle.
Right.
Wasn't no 6,000, it was 6,800, that came out of my bank.
Okay, is there anything else that I'm not saying that you can remember to answer it?
No, there isn't. There isn't.
All right, thank you.
Any more questions for him?
No, I don't.
Cross-examination.
When did this happen?
The date?
Correct.
Not sure of the date. It's been a while.
You know what, that's complete. It's not- I'll pass the word. Excuse me.
Okay. You don't know the year?
2021?
Vehicle was purchased in 2021?
Yes.
Yes, give me a yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and what was the name of the business you purchased the vehicle from? If you don't remember, you can say you don't remember.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I didn't pay attention to that. I just went in with her to purchase the vehicle.
Do you recall the name of the gentleman you gave the money to?
Never really got a name.
Okay. Do you know what that gentleman looks like?
He's right there.
Okay, it's who's he? Which one?
This gentleman here in the green.
And what is he wearing?
Excuse me?
What is he wearing?
Green t-shirt.
Okay. That's who you recall giving the money to?
Oh, that's the gentleman I gave the money to.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
And you don't recall the name of the business. Where was that business located?
MLK and I don't know the side street.
Okay, MLK in Lansing,
Yes, ma'am.
Ingham County.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall if there was any warranty on the vehicle?
There was no warranty.
The vehicle was sold as is.
As is.
Okay. Any further questions or redirect for him?
Actually, there is, but I wanted to say it to you.
Oh, that's testimony. I'm asking if you have any
Oh, I
questions for
have one
him.
more.
You'll have an opportunity to
Okay.
take the stand if you want and give your own testimony.
Okay.
Okay, So no other,
No more.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, is Mr. Fry, correct? Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
You can call your next witness.
Okay, my next witness is gonna be, my brother Jimmy.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes.
Thank you. You can have a seat. And I know you heard the rules that I gave the previous witness, so those apply to you too, okay?
I can't hear too good, just. I had the ear
He's deaf
surgery.
in his one ear.
Oh, do we
Sorry.
have a hearing device? Give us a moment. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So did you hear the rules earlier, or should I go over them for you?
Pardon me?
Did you hear the rules that I
Yes.
gave the last witness? Okay, so those rules apply to you as well. Verbal responses, your tones and it sounds really loud and clear, so that works. If there's an objection, you would stop answering and I will tell you if you can give that answer or not, okay?
Okay.
You can make your questions to him at this time.
Okay, Jimmy, do you remember March of 2021 going with me to Northside Motors LLC on Martin Luther King to purchase a vehicle?
Yes, I was a driver. I drove you and my brother Harry right there
Okay,
to go get it.
do you remember if he gave a name as what we could call him by?
I didn't really catch that part, but I know he had pit bulls and everything running around, so, you know, I kind of sat in the ride while they did their business.
Okay.
Because there's pit bulls and everything. I knew it was a red flag when I pulled in, you know, it was their doing, you know, their money. I didn't want to throw shots, but I knew it was red flag when I pulled in the place.
Okay.
You could tell just looking at the place, how he came out. You know, I don't have no disrespect against people, but mechanics usually got a uniform on and they don't come out hair all over, you know. I knew something was funny when I got there.
Okay, so how did he come out?
Pardon me?
You said when he came out, his hair was all over the place. Chip?
Well, yeah, he looked like he'd crawled out of bed and everything, and you know, he drove the car to my sister's house, then took the key and left with the key, saying he didn't have no. How did he get it there? He had a friend following there, and they hurried up and scooted right out of there.
Okay, was this on the same date in March 2021?
Yes.
Okay, so you did physically see this person that she purchased the car before?
Oh, I seen him get the money. My brother.
Oh, okay, so
handed
you were
right to
present
him.
when the transaction occurred, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but did you help inspect the vehicle at all?
Well, I looked it over a little bit, but I'm not really mechanical inclined because I had the same problem that my sister's having. I had to go to Ingham County Court over the shop up there on Saginaw. Same kind of deal went down. You know, they took my money first, cash, and then, you know, the car wasn't even fixed, so they had to redo it. Still wasn't fixed, but I didn't win that case. I won, but I didn't. You know what I mean? Still ended up with a piece of junk.
Got it. Next question.
Okay, do you remember Jimmy going with me numerous times to his shop to show him pictures on my phone and bills of repairs?
Yes, I took you to them all.
Okay, do you also remember what he called me as we were leaving the one day when I said that I wanted to get it paid? And he said, go ahead and take him to court. Do you remember what he called me?
More or less like a welfare bum or something.
And a crack.
That you were trying to get food stamps or whatever.
Which pertained to nothing with the case.
Okay, any more
No more questions for you. Thank you.
Cross exam?
Yeah. The vehicle, what year, make and model was the vehicle?
Of her car?
The vehicle that you supposedly purchased.
Yeah, I'm not sure what year it is, but I know it's all rusted underneath and we didn't really look at it because, you know, the price seemed fair for a car that looked like that, but didn't realize it was all rotted underneath and everything. My sister took it to several places. My nephew worked at Sheen Chevrolet and that's where she took it. You know, and they said it was a death trap.
Let me ask you this, not so much the type of vehicle that wasn't, I'm gonna ask you a question about the kind of vehicle it wasn't.
It's Equinox.
Was it a new vehicle?
It looked very nice, all nice and shiny,
Was it a new vehicle?
used.
It was used, okay. And the dealership or the location from where the vehicle was purchased, from what you observed, did it appear to be a new car dealership?
Well, that one was out on the road, like a showpiece, and all the other junky cars were lined up in the back.
So when you say junky,
I mean,
when
what I
say
mean
junky
is,
cars,
you can tell they got a mechanic working in the back that's probably not even certified,
let me ask,
you know,
even sort of to
just throwing junk together and selling.
even as a matter of a casual observation, were the vehicles that you described as junk, were they any of them new vehicles?
I had some nice ones out there. They followed us in like a Audi. I mean, you know, I don't know what vehicles are for sale or not. It's a crooked lot. How do I know?
That's a crooked lot. That's fine.
Well, I just don't understand what you're saying.
Well, that's,
The cars,
okay.
some look
Thank
new, but they don't have price tags on them. So they might be his car if he's driving. I don't know.
it's fine. Thank you.
I just know my sister suffered a lot through this time. A lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of begging people favors. Shouldn't have to do that at her age.
Any more questions?
No question. Thank
Did
you.
we give him this one? Thank you. Just spell your name, your first name for me, sir. Spell your first name.
James, James.
Thank you. Last name Fry.
Fry, Fry.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fry. You can be excused from the stand.
I'm all set.
You're all
Thank
set.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honor.
You can call your next witness, ma'am.
Okay, I'd like to call Gregory Pash Jr.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can have a seat. Okay, per the rules as well. If you could state your first and last name and spell both.
Gregory Pash, Gregory Pasch.
You can proceed.
Okay, Gregory, do you remember the day when we got the vehicle home? What happened once we got it in the driveway? If anybody showed up or anything?
Yes, the day the vehicle had showed up, he had drove and had someone follow him. I remember discussing his car with him. It was a Mercedes, I believe, and an Audi that was following him. I was just kind of more out in the yard, but I seen him discussing the vehicle and stuff. And then once he had kind of finished talking to her and stuff, he had left, and then she had told me that she'd received a call saying that he left the cell phone in the vehicle, in the vehicle that she had purchased. And then he came back and asked her about key fobs, I believe, how many she'd like. She said 2 would be fine, and then he had received a call or something and seemed like he got a little upset, so he took off, kind of spit rocks, seemed a little upset person. I'm not sure.
Do you know who purchased the key fobs?
Who purchased the key fobs?
Yes.
You. Oh, the key fob.
The key fobs.
Oh, no, he dropped them off, but he left.
Do you know who ordered them?
Where? Yeah.
Key fobs.
Yeah,
Right.
he ordered the key fobs for me. Yeah. When he showed up, he had asked him. He had called for it.
Do you also, Greg, remember going to his car lot numerous times with me with repair papers and pictures?
Yep. The few times we did, I remember we had stopped to the Walmart on Cedar Street to do the copies of the paperwork that he had asked for from the previous place, and she had taken it to be redone. I also was with her when I rode with her to take it to be inspected, and we went to the muffler shop on Cedar Street, and they had raised it on the lip, and me being the male that was there with her, the mechanic called me out there to kind of show what the problems were, so she'd have know what was going on and have a second opinion. And when he lifted it, the rear driver's side tire where it connects to the body, actually had a hole rusted through it. And he wanted to relay to me that that was a very serious thing, and that it could, you know, cause damage on the road. So he pretty much said that, like, even them having it up was a risk that it could, the tire in that side of the tire shaft could literally drop. So they didn't even want to literally finish working on it. They didn't charge her for lifting it, but they literally just put it down until her take it home, park it until you can figure out between you and whoever you purchased it from to get that area fixed. So they pretty much considered it not road legal for safety purposes.
Do you know how long, or about what time frame was that? How long did she own the car before this incident?
Oh, that's probably not even a full month, really. Like, we were just kind of, like, when we got it from her, or when she had received the car, we kind of did our own maintenance by going, you know, checking. Like, I went through some of the like fluids, just checking fluid stuff.
Yeah.
But then after that, the simple stuff, like I said, within like maybe a couple of days, we did that. And after that, we took it up there just to see what the underneath looked, just kind of as like a preparation if there was any future problems we had to look for. And he actually found the problem right off the bat. And he actually himself stated that, because we had explained to him how long we had the vehicle and stuff like that. And he said, within a matter of time, even if you had struck something in the road, the corrosion, the hole, and the rust had been there for already previously a long time.
Okay. Next question.
So Gregory, who was was it the manager and two mechanics that allowed us to go into the pit with it on a hoist to show us the damages so we could take pictures?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm actually the one that did take the pictures. I have pictures on her phone.
I got copies of pictures.
Well, yeah, we also have copies. I just remember.
Okay.
I took the pictures myself on her phone with the mechanic, as he actually the guy that kind of told us to take the pictures also, which we probably would have, but he also said that because we explained to him how we purchased this and how little bit of time she actually had it. So he wanted us kind of help. He helped us kind of knowledgeable to cover it too. So.
Okay, that's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Thank you. Just a couple of questions. So just to clarify, so there were two inspections. Were you saying that there were two inspections, one before the purchase?
No.
And then another inspection later?
The only inspection was the one that we had chose to take to it's like a muffler and auto shop on Cedar Street. It's located a little bit from the Fast Eddie's, but no, we like I said, we had just chose to take it there ourselves, and then like I said, they decided that we could, because what usually they charge to put it up on the lift, but we kind of explained our story that we just got the vehicle, so they said, well, we'll put it up there, check it out, see how it's going, and then that's like literally as soon as they got it up, they came back into the waiting area and called us right in there, because also the guy that was working on it was basically saying for his safety too, so they just wanted to show us that and get it back down the vehicle.
Okay, and the time frame again, just to clarify, this happened about approximately 1 month after the vehicle was purchased, right?
No, I'd say sooner than that.
Oh, okay. So when was the vehicle inspected?
From our part.
I'm sorry?
From when we had it inspected?
Yeah, if there was only one inspection, you know, when was the vehicle inspected? I'm just trying to get the time frame.
I can't really state the exact date.
Or just an approximate, was it several weeks or a few hours? Like, okay.
Now, are you saying from like the time she bought it, or are you saying how long was it inspected while we were there?
No, not the duration of the inspection. When was it inspected with respect to its purchase? So how long after the purchase before the vehicle was inspected?
I can't really say, let's say a little over. In a month, like I said, probably.
Okay. And,
but I mean, am I allowed to ask questions also?
You're not.
Oh, I'm not. Well, I'd like to add on to that also. Also, I'm not employed right now, so I understand the dates and times, but it was between a time period of after she had bought. I mean, also she's unemployed and she doesn't use the vehicle a lot, so any duration, the automotive guy explained to us that was the thing. And also, like I said, there's pictures of it. So, I mean, I don't know if you'd like to show them, so.
No, that's fine. Was there any discussion about that type of problem or any aspect of the vehicle between the seller and purchaser?
No, I was there when he dropped it off, and spoke to her, and he literally said, you shouldn't have no problems. He said, you know what I'm saying? He said there was no issues with it. He said that, only thing that was needed was the keys. And, that's about it. So, I mean, like I said, he just pretty much wanted to get the car there, asked her if she needed key fobs, and pretty much had that.
You're saying he said no issues with it, with the vehicle?
Yeah, he said it.
Okay. Were there any restrictions on inspecting the vehicle before it was purchased? Did he say don't inspect it or anything like that?
Did he say?
Correct. Was there any restriction on?
Well, no, it wouldn't have been, because he said that it stated right in the ad that it was a well-running machine.
No, and I'm not trying to rationalize it.
I'm not trying to rationalize it.
No,
That's what it stated.
Trying to get plain attitude here. It just, did anybody prohibit or restrict the seller from what you observed in that exchange from inspecting the vehicle before it's purchased?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions for your
No
witness?
more questions, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fox, you can be excused. Do you have another witness, ma'am?
No, actually, I'd like to come up. if I could.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick recess and then I'll let you give testimony,
All right.
okay?
Thank you. No problem.
Okay, ma'am, you're gonna call your self as a witness at this point and give some testimony. You can sit there to do that.
Oh,
Raise
can
your
I?
right
Okay.
hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, you can proceed with your testimony.
Okay, first off, I want to say I've got paperwork for the bills, for the pictures of the damages. And also I have a repair order from Shaheen's where, well, he goes by, I don't even know his name for sure. First I was told Tim and then I was told Omar, so I don't know his name
So
specifically.
let's start here. When did you purchase this vehicle?
In March of 2021.
Okay, and how did you find out about this vehicle?
It was
Was there
on,
an ad?
it was on Marketplace. It said it was a 2012 Equinox, low mileage, fully inspected and road ready. So I figured it was a good deal, so I called him numerous times and then we finally met up.
What's Marketplace? Is that like Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, Facebook Marketplace. Okay, and what was the name of the dealership?
Northside Motors LLC.
And where was that located?
On Martin Luther King.
In the city of Lansing?
Yes.
So it said it was a 2012 Chevy Equinox, fully inspected and
road ready.
Road ready. You don't have a copy of this ad, do you? Okay, you just remember what it
Yes.
said, road ready?
Yes.
Okay. And so you contacted them through Marketplace or was there?
No, I called their business.
Okay, who did you speak to?
I guess his name is Tim.
So you guess his name is?
Because I was given Tim and then he said his name was Omar, so I don't know what his.
So his name was either Tim or Omar?
Yes.
Okay, and that's who you made the transaction with?
Yes.
Okay, and do you see that individual in the court today?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and can you point to that person and tell me what they're wearing?
Second, he's over there and he's wearing khakis and a green t-shirt.
Okay, so that's the individual you did the transaction with?
Yes, he is.
Okay, and he was a representative of MLK and or Northside Motors?
Yes.
Okay. But you're not 100% sure of his name?
No.
Okay, so tell me what happened when you first saw the vehicle?
We looked it over. It looked really nice. I was without a vehicle for a while. And my brother loaned me the money with an understanding of paying $200 a month till it was paid off, the loan. And so we went inside, we discussed it like we said earlier. He wanted a certain price, he went down on it. And he showed me first we went and took it for a test drive, sorry. And he said to only go around the block. Well, it was heavy traffic and stuff, so I went like probably about 4 blocks. And then he kept saying, turn, back to the shop, back to the shop. So went back to the shop and then we discussed it. And he got the title for me to sign it, put that in a folder. And then once we were talking and stuff, like I said, the pit bulls come in, so I was uneasy because there's 2 female pit bulls by us on each side of the chair barking and kind of, nervous acting. And so then he got them under control by telling them to quiet down, this or that. And then I got to thinking, we had gave him the money and I asked for a receipt. And he said, oh, I don't have a receipt for it. And we had already put the money in his hand and signed the title. So he went to a yellow tablet paper, tore off a corner and signed his name and the date.
Okay, do you have that?
I do not have it. Because I'll be honest with you, I figured I got a nice vehicle. There's no use for a receipt. We done a transaction and I was happy with the vehicle.
Okay. Did you ever look under the hood of the vehicle?
Under the hood, yes.
Okay. Did you review a Carfax report?
No, I did not. I took him for his word.
Did you ask to have the vehicle inspected on your own prior to purchase?
No. He told me it was fully inspected, brand new tires.
Fully inspected by whom? Did you ask?
By the shop.
Okay, so you get the vehicle, you eventually get the keys. When do you first start having an issue with the vehicle?
Actually, at first I had 2 of the tires kept having slow leaks. I took it back to the shop. They put it on a hoist and he aired them up or plugged them.
Took it back to this gentleman?
Yes, because I said, you know, he said the tires were all good and they had slow leaks, so they plugged them. And then not even a day or two later, I was having a problem where it wouldn't stay running. It kept stalling. So like when I was on the road, I'd have to put it in neutral or it would stall out. So then I took it to A&M Supreme Auto Repair, which he stated a friend of his works there so I could get a good deal. His name's Miguel. And so he did an inspection and said that fuel rail pressure sensor need removed and replaced, and flexible fuel sensor needed removed and placed so that the car would stay running.
And so when you started having the issues, did you take the vehicle back?
Excuse me?
You took the vehicle back to him and reported these issues?
Yes, I showed him all my paperwork for bills, that everything that's happened with it. I showed him these pictures that I have of underneath when we took it to Auto Lab. And they said that to take it from there home and never drive it again. It should not even be legally be on the road. And he also said the mechanics and the owner of Auto Lab said that, for one thing, him putting it on the hoist to do the tires, there's no way they could not have seen all that damage. And it wasn't done like it was done, not done in the last couple of years. It's been damaged like that for quite a while, with a crack and rusted all underneath.
What did this gentleman say to you when you reported this issue to him?
Well, actually, I went to him numerous times. I tried to call and meet up with him. A lot of times I got voicemail or other people answering the phone saying he wasn't there. And the time before I could actually get a hold of him myself personally, he stated he was out with COVID. And so they didn't know when he would be back. So I figured fine, even though I had a suspicion it was him I was talking to because I recognized the voice on the phone. And me and my sister was going to lunch and I said, well, Carl, I want to swing by there to see if he's really there or not. Well, I went by there and he had 3 other customers in the parking lot. And I proceeded to go up to him and I said, you know, I'm not going to do this anymore. I said, I got to figure something out. You sold me a piece of junk basically. And I gave you how much money, and I put almost $2,500 in repairs in out of my pocket. And I live on Social Security disability. And I told him I don't have that kind of money to put out, plus paying my brother back, plus doing the repairs. And I felt it was unfair. And he said, take him to court, and he don't sell cars to crackheads. So I just left his lot, and I actually have a paper here too where I had the consumer's automotive information complaint, and I had mailed in a letter stating what happened through his lot on October 28, 2022. And they sent me a letter that I have here stating that my complaint no good against Northside Motor because the department's jurisdiction is limited to vehicle sales made by Michigan dealers and repairs performed by Michigan repair facilities. The business you have filed a complaint against is no longer in business. Resolution for your complaint must be pursued through civil court. And it's the same business and the same people.
And I think you presented a copy of.
And also I have the copy of the key fobs that right at the top of it, the customers Northside Motors LLC.
I think you did present a copy of the consumer's complaint kit as an exhibit. Did you give that to?
Yes, he has all the paperwork that we have.
Okay, you had some pictures that you dropped off. You need to
Yes, I
explain
do.
what these pictures are.
You want to see them or?
Well, I think there's some copies in my file. I don't know
Okay.
what they are. You explain what they are.
Okay. I like to look at this
You
paper.
can give them back to her.
Oh, okay.
She's got to explain to me what they are.
All right. Just a minute. Okay, it's the rear control arm mount is rotted away and cracked. So it's the rear.
Pick up the first picture that you have there.
Okay.
What does that picture show me?
So those damages to the control, the rear control arm mount. These are all pictures. of that.
Who took those pictures?
My son did at the auto lab. After the mechanics and the owner advises to take pictures before they lower the vehicle.
Do you know when those pictures were taken?
Yeah, actually, I got the receipt in there, I believe. February 1st, 23?
Oh, 2023?
Yes.
You provided a copy of these pictures.
Yes, I did.
Defense counsel. Any objection to, I'm gonna use these pictures as exhibit 1. Exhibit 1 is admitted. Let me get it tagged. I believe you also dropped off a copy of the certificate of title.
Yes.
Okay, it states here the issue date was April 20th, 2021, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
For 2012 Chevrolet Equinox.
Yes, Your Honor.
Says odometer actual mileage. Don't see any signatures on here, but I do see an address at the bottom for, it's addressed to Betty Lorraine Fry.
Yes.
This is
Your Honor.
what you dropped off?
Yes.
Okay, and that's what you have in your possession?
Yes, it is, Your
Can you
Honor.
give a copy to, okay, any objections to this as their exhibit 2?
No objection.
Okay, this will be admitted as plaintiff's exhibit 2. Did mention that filing or attempting to file a consumer's automotive information and complaint kit. You dropped off a copy, I believe, it's just the
Yes, it is.
brochure. Okay. All right. You gave a copy of this to defense counsel.
Yes, I did.
Any objection to her exhibit 3?
No objection.
Okay, plaintiff 3 will also be admitted. I believe there's a response here from the Secretary of State dated November 1st, 2022, in regards to your complaint against Northside. You dropped off a copy of that. Did you give a copy to defense counsel?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Any objection to this as for exhibit 4?
No objection.
Okay, that will be admitted as exhibit 4. Not sure what this is, ma'am.
Oh, that is just showing the payments basically I made for my brother, I believe.
Oh, I don't know that this is relevant.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't dispute that you made
All
payments to
right.
your brother, okay? So we won't admit that, we'll keep that in the file. Anything else you want to tell me about this transaction at this time?
Yes, I went there in mind thinking I was getting a good vehicle. And like I said, I've been without a vehicle and I am retired and have health issues, but I volunteer for 3 different nonprofits and that's my livelihood. And since September 8th of last year, it's been parked in my driveway since I went to Auto Lab because I can't drive it no longer. And so now I've got to depend on whoever I can to get rides, paying them gas, and they work and they have lives. Otherwise, I can't get around anymore. So I feel that I've also been cheated on doing the things I like because I don't have my own transportation to come and go after I paid for it and repairs.
Did the vehicle come with any warranty?
No,
So your understanding was the vehicle was sold as is, correct?
yes,
But you believe that the vehicle, based on the statements of it being expected, was in better condition than this, is that? your
Yes, it
position?
is.
Okay.
and I also feel too that when they went and put air or plug in my tires, they had to see it yourself up on the hoist because the guys at Auto Lab saw it, so I don't know how mechanic couldn't see it because it was right in the area where they worked.
Oh, cross examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just a couple of quick questions here, just to be clear, but to work on the timeline a little bit, when did you first bring the vehicle back to that dealership?
To him, 2 days later.
2 days later?
Yes,
And that was.
because it
the-
was stalling out.
Stalling out, okay. And when did you bring the vehicle back to address the tire issue that you described?
The same week. And he had it up on the horse.
Same.
Yes, because I was in the parking lot waiting.
And you don't contradict any of the preceding testimony of any of the witnesses that you introduced today, correct?
No, I don't.
Yeah, can you expand a little bit on the drive that you said you took with the vehicle to test drive?
Yes, we left his shop, went down MLK to Oakland, and he wanted me to just go around the block. Like I said, there was heavy traffic. And so I went a few more blocks and he kept saying, turn here, go back to the shop.
So you exceeded the parameters of that one block. How many blocks total?
I probably went 4 blocks.
Okay, okay. And how long did the drive last?
Oh, not 5-10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right, you're welcome.
Actually, I'm sorry, if I may.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm seeing Northside Motors. What? On the caption here, we have MLK LLC. For what reason did you go with MLK Automotive LLC instead of Northside Motors?
As far as on what?
As far as the suit.
On your complaint, yeah.
Because that's what was told me that the business name is
I hope.
by him.
Oh, my client? Let's see.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you have paperwork that said it was MLK Automotive?
Well, actually, might have been on the receipt that he gave me, but oh, it says Northside Motors. When he got the T5s machines, that's what they all say. Can I say something else, Your Honor, in defense of myself?
What do you call yourself? Is that what you're trying to do as a rebuttal witness?
What, kind of, because I just feel, I want to say this, that I would not pick out a shop and a person and all this if I didn't buy a vehicle from this place and this person. I'm not that kind of person. You know, I was honest. I figured he was honest, that we did a good transaction, and I've been running back and forth to his lot for over a year. And he even actually told me that the shop was gone and sent me over by motor cars over on Pennsylvania, saying that's where the new shop was. And me and my sister, it was hot that day too, going up and down finding the business that wasn't there. So just give me the runaround all the way through this, and I just don't feel it's fair.
You can talk to her. Someone's raising their hand. You can't say it on the record, but you can whisper what you need to say to her.
Also, I'd like to state that the last time we were in court, I was talked to about a deal and nothing came of it. And just earlier, when we were out for a break, I was asked if I wanted to make a deal, and he talked to his client and he said no. So, I mean, if this wasn't a done deal already, then why would he be asking to make a settlement with me? And then he refused.
Anything else you want to
Oh,
add?
that's it, Your Honor. Thank you.
That almost, I guess, was your closing statement, but you can make a closing statement if you wanted to at this floor, so any additional argument.
That's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're absolutely, definitely not in an enviable position right now. Just being objective, I am an officer, of course, so I have to, in the interest of representing my client, it doesn't seem like the burden's been met. The definitional provision of the relevant statute, MCL 257.1401, discusses the context where somebody would have a way to get relief or legal relief and remedy outside of an express warranty, and everything, literally everything that was said over here. And not just that wasn't contradicted, but after affirmation that nothing would be contradicted when I asked adverse party directly, included among other things statements to the effect of as is no warranty. The next shift from there, we're looking to see if it would happen. Could have been a comment. I don't know. It's a matter of weight, how much weight the court gives to it, but it's the idea of whether or not the vehicle was road ready. And the only even mild restriction that I can think of, and this is conceivably going out there, as to a limiting or restricting effect on somebody's ability to check the vehicle, is by saying go only one block, but there was a direct admission that it was exceeded by like 3 or 4 blocks in a 5 to 10 minute drive. Again, it's not, there just doesn't seem to be enough to cross that threshold. As to the expectation that she had at the time of the purchase, it has to be linked to something, whether it's detrimental reliance on something that happened or some type of estoppel claim or breach. And it's just a little bit difficult for that to be maintained in the same breath where they affirm that there's literally there was no express warranty and it was access. So with that in mind, it doesn't seem like just objectively that they crossed the threshold in order to get it.
Any additional argument, ma'am?
No, except for I disagree.
By the nature of you being here, I'm sure you disagree, ma'am. We'll recess for about 15, 20 minutes. I can review
All
the
right. Thank you, Your Honor.
evidence. Thank you. Be seated. Back on the record, in the matter of Betty Lorraine Fry versus MLK Automotive LLC. We've heard proofs today by way of testimony, and I've received 5 exhibits from the plaintiff. Like the plaintiff is bringing suit against the defendant alleging a breach of contract or warranty. She purchased a vehicle in 2021. At the time the vehicle was posted on Marketplace, plaintiff testified under oath that the vehicle stated that it was fully inspected and road ready. The vehicle was purchased, and it sounds like shortly thereafter there were some issues regarding the use of the vehicle. The defendant testified that she did return to the dealership at least on one occasion to address some issues regarding the tires, that those were plugged, and believe that she at that time likely found that satisfactory, but then later had some issues later with the vehicle. Exhibits were submitted to the court today. Exhibits 1 reflect what appears to be some rusting and a busted, what was this area called again? Some rusting, a severe rusting of some portion of the interior of the vehicle.
Rear control arm mount.
The rear control arm mount, okay. There was an exhibit as to the title reflecting the date of purchase, although I don't see where that was ever signed by the purchaser, and or whether or not this was filed properly to reflect that you're the owner of the vehicle. And then I see a record of a consumer automotive information and complaint kit and a response from the Michigan Department of State in reference to that complaint. In a civil matter, ma'am, you are required when you bring a civil matter to prove some elements. And so in the situation that we have here, you have a civil matter regarding the purchase of a used car. The unfortunate portion for you is that when you're dealing with used vehicles, you have very limited rights when you purchase a used vehicle. Those rights that you would have had or would have been able to enjoy would have been triggered if the vehicle was still under warranty, maybe the manufacturer warranty or an extended warranty, and or if you could prove that there was an express warranty made by the seller. When asked and questioned, both I question you and the other parties that you put on the stand, the other witnesses you put on the stand as to whether or not there was any warranties, it was very clear the vehicle was sold as is. That is the unfortunate portion for you, because when you buy a vehicle, you need to do the due diligence. When someone posts an ad saying they're selling a beautiful vehicle, it's road ready and it's in perfect condition, under the law, a lot of that language is considered puffery language. They're allowed to use a certain amount of puffery language to sell that vehicle. The expectation is that you, before you shell out $6,000 or $6,800, whatever it was shelled out, that you would have the vehicle inspected, maybe put a deposit down, and so you can go and have the vehicle inspected. If there's some pushback as to that, as one of your witnesses, your brother stated, there's some red flags there. You walk into a dealership and the person, it looks disheveled or not well kept, similar to the way he came to court today, in a t-shirt, hair all over. Those are red flags. Do I want to do this level of business with them? But you ignore those flags, ma'am. And so you would need to have it proven today, and you bear the sole burden, that the seller, which you identified as this individual, made an express warranty to you, and that the goods, that meaning the vehicle, did not conform to the warranty at the time of the sale or within a time period covered by the warranty. there's been no evidence here that he's made any express warranty to you, just that the vehicle was road ready and that it was fully inspected. We don't have a purchase agreement here. I can't, there's nothing I can read to tell me what was included, what should have been inspected. Was it a 12-point inspection? I don't have any of those things, but that was your burden to prove. And you've not provided any of that information today. I don't even have a receipt. I just have your testimony as to what was placed on the marketplace. I don't even have, I believe, sufficient evidence to identify that this is the individual that owns the dealership. I just have a name of MLK Automotive. Apparently, this individual will serve to this state, to this point. I don't even know what this individual's name is. That's also your burden to prove. He's just here. His name may be Tim, or it may be another name, you're not sure. I don't know if he was the resident owner of this business. I do have records that reflect where you filed a complaint or attempted to file a complaint against Northside. I don't know if Northside Motors is the same as MLK. I don't have any of that information, but that was also your burden to prove today in court if you wanted to have some recovery. But even if you were to tie all those things in, you're still stuck with the issue of a sold as is vehicle and whether or not you can prove there was an express warranty. And based on your statements and the statements of your witnesses, there was no express warranty given. It does appear that you was purchased, or you were sold the vehicle that had some issues. But even in the records that you provided to the court, as it relates to the service, or even your exhibits, I asked you when these pictures were taken. These pictures are from 2023. And so that wouldn't have even been something that was within a reasonable time frame from when you purchased this vehicle in 2021, March of 2021 at that, to show this was what it looked like when I got this vehicle, or at least within a month or 2 months of that. These pictures are from this year. So with that being stated, I find that you failed to meet your burden by a preponderance of the evidence to sustain your claim against this defendant, which you've named as MLK Automotive. And so unfortunately, I cannot grant you the recovery that you're seeking at this time, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to ask Mr. Levine if you could provide an order to the court. These are the court's copies of the exhibits. I will keep these, and thank you. You have obviously have your rights to appeal this ruling to the circuit court, okay?
All right, thank you.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record today?
All right.
Thank you. You're off the.
Have a blessed day.
Same to you.